Hey everybody, this is Mark Pizzata, and in this video we are going to take a look at how to create better inferences.
So thinking about inferences, one of the things that I usually keep in the back of my head in terms of how do I improve my inferences is to really think about it in two different scales. And I'm going to create a chart here for you so you can kind of see what it looks like. And don't worry, I won't go all beautiful mind on you.
Can't see it.
On one side of the scale, I have my evidence. And I'm really thinking about what is it about my evidence that's going to make it strong or weak. So on one side here I've got my weak evidence, and on the other side I've got my strong evidence. So weak evidence is evidence that might be from a source that's not credible, or it might be only one piece of information or evidence. That's definitely going to be down here on the weaker side. The very weakest evidence that you can possibly use is no evidence at all. So you definitely want to avoid that. In terms of trying to make my evidence stronger, I'm looking for pieces of evidence maybe that come from a reputable source or credible source, looking for multiple pieces of evidence. If I'm using personal experience, if I can use a personal experience that might be a little bit more universal to the human condition, that's going to probably increase that evidence piece as well. So think about the evidence that you're using. The quality as well as the quantity of the evidence is going to be helpful in terms of increasing that evidence. The strength of it, at least, for your inferences. The second side that I like to think about is my thinking. And with my thinking, I usually think about it in terms of simple thinking and complex. So what are some of those pieces for the simple and complex thinking? Well, number one, something that's definitely going to help is how specific is this going to be. So on a very simple side over here, I've got general and complex. I'm definitely, in terms of specificity, I'm going to be much more specific with my inferences. Also, a lot of times too with inferencing, more simple thinking, it tends to be a little bit more concrete, whereas more complex thinking tends to be a little bit more abstract. So when I'm thinking about my inferencing, I really want to try to be much more specific than general, and I want to be much more abstract than concrete when I'm making my inferences.
So the key to creating better inferences is to really think about how can we make our inferences so that they're stronger and so that our thinking is more complex. And maybe when we first start reading, we make some kind of simple inferences with weaker evidence, but then as we get better at creating inferences, what we want to do is we want to move along this line here, and we want to increase the complexity of the inferences that we make, as well as using stronger evidence over time. Thanks for joining us. If you thought the video was helpful, hit that like button, share it with a friend. Go ahead and add your comments below, or you can always join us at thelearningframework.com for more resources and videos.